Good afternoon, traders. Good afternoon, and welcome to a VTP Stage 2 online technical Tuesday coaching call 177 for the 13th of January 2026. I hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good start to the week. Hope you're not suffering with this cold and flu that I've had. But if you are, I hope things are getting better. As always, you're very welcome here. Just remember that you are always responsible for your own trading decisions. What we're starting this month is the Q1 2026 Dollar Edge FX Swing Trading mentorship. So this is going to be sort of, kind of a 10-week FX swing trading mentorship towards the end of Q1 of this year, with a couple of live group coaching sessions per week with trades signals sent out, and also you get 4 private one-to-one coaching sessions as well to help personalize your process. All about really just sort of trading, swing trading FX, primarily dollar, but also sterling and euro, just utilizing a 4-hour chart. So it's a little bit more sedate than the intraday trading sessions that we ran at the end of last year. Just means it's a bit more sustainable, okay, for people, especially if you're trading around other lifestyle commitments. If you got questions or if you want to join, you can use the QR code or that bit.ly code, or just drop me a note if you want some more details. Okay, here we go. Dollar holler, Aussie on the daily, Kiwi daily, dollar CAD, euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, and of course the dollar index. Let's look at the dollar index as always. Let's start there. Boom. Monthly. I said before that I thought we were in a block here, and I was wondering whether we had, basically a morning star followed by an evening star, and that's kind of maybe an indication of the kind of rattling around between sort of 96 and a 100 on there. Certainly, when we go down to the weekly chart, I think I said this last week. If I was looking, you could say, well, Paul, is this a bit of an inverse head and shoulders that is building with 100 as the neckline? At the moment, we, having drifted beneath it at the end of the year, we're back above the 20. Look at how the 20 and the 50, they're coming down, aren't they? They're cutting prices in between it. That's coiling up. We're waiting for something to be the catalyst to make that shift for the year. Remember what I said? This is only the second full trading week of the year. People are coming back to the desk. People are going to be working out what they're going to do for the year. People are interpreting all the other dubious data and stuff, or the other kind of dubious political shenanigans going on. So no surprise that maybe we get a coil up, all right, before we get a move, all right. We'll see on that, okay. Certainly when we look at the others, so of course I'm going to always look at the other side of it, because euro dollar, you might say, bang, inverse head and shoulders. I don't know, it's not inverse, head and shoulders. Sorry, it's been a long day and stuff already. It's only 12:30. Head and shoulders there with neckline at about 115. I thought that, I think I said it last year, I thought we might sort of drift our way into that kind of 115 area where the 50 comes up to, and then it becomes a decision point. I'm always intrigued. The same way I'm intrigued at, at kind of highs and lows. I like to see where we go. I'm also intrigued, when we get to sort of decision point where the market is likely to make a choice on its future direction, and I'm looking to see how can I take advantage of that. But that is what I'd see on that. If you're getting an inverse head and shoulders building on dollar index and a head and shoulders building on the euro, that would kind of give me an indication that certainly over the next couple of weeks we might get a little bit of dollar strength, a little bit of euro weakness, getting into a box where we're going to sort of make a decision for Q1, I'd say. That's what I'll be looking at there, okay? Look at, cable we'll look at, because cable second we'll look at that, but we'll have a look at dollar against Swiss franc. I'm going to look at the Aussies anyway. Dollar Swiss franc, all right, has been in that kind of, in that downtrend. It's been putting in nice kind of 3-bar reversals, daily 3-bar reversals there, bumping off the 200 period moving average. We've had that kind of dollar run. Yesterday was a bit of a sell-off for the dollar across. Now I'm looking to see, okay, can that continue? All right, was that just a bit of a knee-jerk reaction? All right, or is this a sign of an element of kind of that weakness? Certainly, if you look at that the afternoon, I would say there's support there. You once again, there you've got the 200 and the 50 in price there, but it is working its way up there. Maybe CPI gives us a little bit of a little bit of a surprise. All right, okay. If CPI comes in lower, that means interest rates are likely to be cut quicker than June. That would be dollar weakening, but with all the other stuff that's going on in the world at the moment, you'd have to watch and wait. But certainly, Swiss franc, maybe there's also a case of Swiss franc weakening as well there. Yeah, if you look at that, I mean, there we go. There's dollar against Japanese yen there, all right. That's been working its way up there. Okay, even though dollar was weak, all right, that just shows you how weak yen is. That it's been going on there. You can see we were talking about it just coiling up there. Couldn't break that 50. Once it didn't break the 50 and 3 bar reversed off there, bang, it's just working its way up, isn't it? So there we go. As we said, Canadian dollar has been weakening. Having had this great sort of run down here, it's actually been a great run there. And even as I said yesterday, that was just dollar sell off across the board. That's the kind of I'd say that's the Fed indictment for Powell. Okay, that's people scratching their head wondering how the hell that's gonna work. But once again, so we sold off the dollar there, but yeah, does it really? At the moment, I would look at that. That is still in an uptrend. Okay, still an uptrend. That's the way I would look at that. Okay, dollar against Canadian.